All right, so we here. All right, so we are about to check out and see what South Carolina State got to say. So let's go ahead and let's.
Carolina State head football coach Buddy Pugh. He's accompanied by players Corey Fields and Patrick Godbolt. We will start with questions for the players only, and we'll dismiss the players.
Coach, do an opening statement, and then we'll start with the players.
We'll do an opening statement. Coach, it's all you.
Thank you, Jesse. Good evening, everybody. Y'all endured an ugly whooping tonight. Congratulations to Coach Taylor and his crew. Those guys played really well. I thought they had a great plan against us, and we did not have one. I didn't think that we coached or played very well. I thought we've got two new coordinators, and at this point right now, it hadn't quite come together yet. But you know what? I was not really surprised at how this went. So at this point, I'm just looking forward to seeing where we go to from here.
That's very interesting. You're not surprised. Why is that? Was it? I mean, that I'm not gonna lie. That's very interesting to say that you're not surprised about how it turned out. Were you not? I mean, were you not confident? Did you not like what you saw heading into this game? Was practice not very good? That sounds very interesting. I ain't gonna hold you.
Sorry, a second, bro. Go ahead.
Kendrick Marshall, SEC Sports. This is for Corey. From the opening drive, it seemed like you guys couldn't give very much going against their defense. What did they do, or did you guys not do that kind of like enabled that?
Just from the first drive of the game, we just didn't execute our plays. The plays were there. On my end, I missed a couple throws that I should have made, kept the drive going longer. So it's most of us than them, because we know at the end we got to do our job. We didn't do that.
I appreciate that. Coming from you, Corey. I appreciate that.
Charles Bishop inside the HBCU Sports Lab.
I want to stop.
And I wanted to ask guys, how difficult was it preparing for this team that essentially was a roster overhaul?
I would say for this team, we didn't have much film on them. So it was going into the week, was going in kind of blind. We had an idea of what was going on from the spring game, and what they did the last couple of years with DC at Alcorn. So it was going kind of blind, but at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do out here.
That was a big difference last night. In the Celebration Bowl, when they had not only a month to prepare, they had a whole season to look at what their tendencies were. Like I said in the reaction video, they had a month to look at their tendencies, what they like on certain plays. Like, they had enough time to look at everything from even the snap count. Like, they had a lot that they could look at. With this one, I knew it was going to be tough for South Carolina State because they're going in this completely blind and not knowing what Jackson State is coming with. I mean, of course, we was all going to worry about how Jackson State was going to look, but now we ain't got to worry about that. We know they're a good team. So, yeah, they walked in as completely blindsided. Not the way that Celebration Bowl was.
Can I add to that?
How'd you get an answer, though? Yeah, but I knew that.
You're exactly right. It was a little bit of a difficult preparation because we were trying to prepare for an offense basically from Liberty University, I think it might have been, and then we were preparing for Alcorn's defense. And they were a good bit different today than they were. And what they really did that really hurt us a little bit on defense was they played us a lot tougher coverage than what we had seen in practice. So those guys did a nice job of leveraging us and doing things of that sort.
That
gave us a little bit of a hard time.
That's heavy.
Right in front, bro.
That's heavy words, boy.
Crush Sports Talk. Patrick, talk to me from a defensive perspective. What did you see? Were they tougher than you expected? Was it something that you didn't see? From defense, what did you see the Jackson State offense do tonight?
Really, they were pretty fast at the wide receiver core, and like they just picked us apart with all the short passes basically, and we couldn't stop that. And that's what we got to go back on film and we got to change that.
Are you good? You good right here?
Hey, Coach Luke
Hey, Luke,
Williams.
how you?
I'm doing fine. You kind of clairvoyant. You said this team was going to be tougher than Deion's team.
I knew they
What
would be.
What went into that? You making that statement?
Because I had worked against TC's teams, not necessarily his teams, but his teams before, and I had a pretty good idea that they'd be better prepared for us. They knew us better than the previous staff would have, and I also thought that they'd also restock talent-wise because they've got a pretty good deal on trying to find transfers. And they had a couple kids that kind of give you an indication from our state, a couple kids from in Beaufort County that that played really well for them, and I knew those kids from Walford because they had been in that program for 4 years.
Can I follow
yeah,
up?
go ahead.
Yeah. You ever seen a team that come in with 70 new players?
No, but you know what? That's not so unusual in the days. NIL, transfer portal, all that other kind of stuff kind of game. You see those kind of teams from time to time, especially when you get schools, who seem to have, a real feeling for that style of operational, I guess maybe the way they do their program operationally. So it works for them. And, I don't know if I'd be able to, do what they've done. You've got to have pretty good finances. Jackson is really doing really well in the financial end of athletics because of the fact that they got that big stadium down there and they're drawing really well. So you take that and put that together with a staff that's got pretty good know-how on how to go out and find guys. That thing is really coming together for them. They might really be a force in the coming years.
But I'm glad he said that though, is that, with the 70 players, like, have we ever seen that? I'm pretty sure it's happened plenty of times. But I've never seen it from a team who's coming off of 2 straight conference championship games or 2 conference championships, period. I don't know if I ever seen it from that aspect. That's what was shocking to me, is that you win 2 straight championships and then the roster just completely changes out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was interesting to me, but yeah.
Mike Washington, Dr. Bills inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Thanks, Coach. They went to a hurry-up offense, and at times they went trips on the right side, left side. Is that something you anticipated? You said you practiced against Liberty.
No, it looked like it was right out of Willie Simmons' playbook. I'm sitting on the sideline. It almost, it's the same exact thing, and everything kind of bleeds into your offense over the years. So I'm sitting there trying to talk to our offensive guys, because we're not really doing much on offense. And then our defense starts to come loose on us. And at that point then, hell breaks loose on them. It was not a pretty sight over there on the sideline when they were hurrying up and we couldn't get them stopped and they were trying to move and then we couldn't get going on offense. So it was not a pleasant experience.
And that was actually one of my keys to the game for Jackson State, is speed the tempo up. You got wide receivers and tight ends out the yin-yang. Use them, use that hurry-up offense, and get the move on. That was actually one of my keys to the game, and you kind of see that kind of fall into play for Jackson State, which worked for them very well. So, it was
Mason Smith,
crazy to
SEC
see.
Legends. Corey, obviously this was a huge struggle for you tonight. What's kind of next for you to, as you go back and look at the film, but also the running back room, Reggie Leonard, is really young. A lot of redshirt freshmen that got to see the field today. What were some powers you saw from them?
Just be able to get on the ball and then make plays on the field, make certain guys miss the space, and just be able to run the football. Last year we kind of struggled, so this year seeing them go out there and run the football is a positive for us.
Travis Bolin, Thompson Democrat in Orangeburg. This is for the players. Did Coach Pugh's announcement Thursday have any effect on you guys tonight?
I wouldn't say it did. I would have said it pumped the team up a little bit more, but we just didn't come out here and show that. That's basically it.
For me, it's kind of shocking because I think Coach Pugh will stay around another 3 years or so. But for me, it was just like, Coach Pugh leaving, but I'm leaving the same year he's leaving, so it didn't really rub me too bad.
I'm really, really interested honestly am seeing if Corey Fields is going to finish out the year, right? Because, listen, they don't get into conference play until mid-October. And if Corey Fields continue to play as bad as he did, I don't know if coach is going to be confident in him to go into conference play with him at quarterback. Because, dog, and look, I've been seeing him saying, well, why does that matter? You see what he did in the Celebration Bowl? No. Him throwing 4 touchdowns doesn't mean he had a great game. No. He was 12 of 31. That's below 50%. He was below 50% completion percentage and had 4 touchdowns. If he had such a good game throwing 4 touchdowns, how come he didn't win MVP? Because a lot of times that's a quarterback award if the quarterback is doing very well. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a bad night for South Carolina State in that offense. And I hope that Corey Fields goes in that film room and watches film and see what he does and work on his game and work with his receivers, because if you can't, because listen, that's a young backfield that South Carolina State is working with. That's a young backfield. And you're not going to be able to rely on that without Corey Fields playing well at quarterback. So, at the very least, this has to be a well-balanced team. At the very least. You know what I'm saying? So, I just hope Corey Fields, is going to be a better contributor, because he was honestly the spearhead of South Carolina State losing this game. I'm not going to say the only reason, but he was the spearhead of it, though. But I hope he plays better. He has a whole season to figure it out, and we'll see what happens, man. But like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what y'all think, man. We out.